Hi guys, welcome to this video. This is Dr.M.MOORTHI, working as Assistant Professor in Department of Automobile Engineering, SNS College of Technology, Coimbatore. So in this video, we are going to see about the another type of heat exchanger called cell and tube heat exchanger. So here, see the cell and tube heat exchanger. Already we know the heat exchanger is the device is used to transfer or to exchange the heat from one fluid medium to another fluid medium, that is heat exchanger. And then where here the cell and tube heat exchanger, the cell is the outer cover of the cell and tube heat exchanger, where the tube is presented inside the shell. So cell is the outer layer, tube is the inner layer. So these cell and tube heat exchanger is one kind of double pipe heat exchanger, where here the cell is the outer pipe called, you can take it as an outer pipe, and then in that we have n number of smaller diameter tubes, that is a tube. So this is called cell and tube heat exchanger. What is the difference between double pipe heat exchanger and then cell and tube heat exchanger is where the double pipe heat exchanger is used when we require a minimum the quantity of heat transfer. So that is a small application, whereas cell and tube heat exchanger is used when the larger heat transfer is required. In that case, the cell and tube heat exchanger is plays a major role, where the inside the cell we have the n number of smaller tubes is presented, so that when you increasing the number of tubes, automatically we will have the larger surface area for the heat transfer. So here, see, the cell and tube heat exchangers are one of the most common heat exchange equipment found in all plant. And then there are the most versatile type of heat exchanger. So in this type of heat exchanger provides a larger heat transfer surface in a smaller space. As I said earlier, in this cell we have n number of smaller tubes. So these n number of smaller tubes will have the larger surface area for to attain the maximum heat transfer and to have the higher efficiency in the heat transfer rate. And then they can operate at high pressure, are so easy to clean, and can be handled wide variety of materials. So this is the 2D diagram for a selective heat exchanger. We have the outer case of the number 8. It is the outer case called shell, and then in that we have n number of smaller components are there in order to support the tubes presented inside the shell. So for that case we have we have opening for fluids at the inlet and then outlet, and then we have channel cover, stationary head, and then channel flange, and then cell flange, baffle. So baffles is the number 9. The part is called baffle. It plays a major role. It gives the support to the tubes presented inside the shell, and as well as we see here that the baffle is placed in the opposite direction. So in which once it is placed in the opposite direction continuously, means it will change the direction of the fluids, that is the fluids flowing outside the tubes called cell side fluid. Here we have two types of fluids. One is the fluids flowing inside the tube, another one is the fluids flowing outer surface of the tubes. So where the outer surface of the tube fluids is flowing in the called, it's a sine wave like that, where we have the baffles to change the direction of fluid, means it increase the turbulence of the fluid, that is the fluids flowing outer surface of the tubes. So once we have the huge amount of turbulence, means we will have the higher amount of heat transfer. So for that purpose, the baffle is placed for to support the tubes inside the heat exchanger, and as well as to change or to create the turbulence in the fluids flow in order to increase the efficiency of the heat transfer, that is heat exchanger. And then we have floating tube sheet or floating head, and then another stationary components. And then see here the shell is the shell and tube or the major component The shell is the enclosure, that is the outer case. It has the circular section both. The selection of material depends on, yes, it is very important for the material to sustain the corrosiveness, and then another factor, and the tubes will provide the heat transfer area in the cell and tube heat exchanger, as we have discussed. And then it will the tubes are generally arranged in the triangular or square pitch, so in order to achieve the maximum heat transfer rate. Thank you.